The story and the complexity of the relationship of Dante and Vergil has been evolving over time. So, of course, when Vergil was introduced in the first game, we didn't know him immediately by the name of Vergil or have an exact way of identifying him with that name until later on in the game during certain cinematic sequence. But actually he was introduced as none other than the boss opponent Nello Angelo. And of course, when he was introduced during that cinematic, we could immediately tell something was different about this one. There was definitely more of an intimidating posture to this character. There was more of a sense of this being a high-valued opponent, and that recognition was immediately even given from none other than Dante himself. This was none other than Vergil, Dante's brother. Yet, at this time, it was not yet made fully meaningful for us. Thankfully, over time, Devil May Cry 3 would come out and it would provide the explanations that we so longed for. And it really made sense and clarified for us the tragedy element of Vergil's fall to darkness and becoming consumed by a greater opponent and made to become the shadow of himself that is Nello Angelo. You could see that a huge purpose in Devil May Cry 3 really was to get us attached to Vergil as a character, especially through the joint battle of Dante and Vergil working together to defeat Arkham, in order that the separation of Vergil from Dante and his willingly departing into the demonic realm would be more emotionally impactful for us. And with the backdrop we had at that time being Devil May Cry 1 and Devil May Cry 3, we would have classified the story of Vergil as a tragedy and a rather sorrowful one, and I'm going to get into that. However, of course, as we all know, that was not the end. Eventually, Devil May Cry 5 was released, and its story effectively revolutionized the Vergil narrative and changed the whole tone of what happened. So where what we had before was a tragedy story with a sorrowful ending, Devil May Cry 5 redeemed what happened with Vergil to what would be called a good ending. Now, it might come to pass that some of the particular fans having an emotional preference for the way they wished the story would go might reject the canon and end the story of Vergil in Devil May Cry 1's timeline, but others accepting the canon will gladly welcome the Devil May Cry 5 story as the better ending. Now, for me, I don't really have a great deal of preference on this matter, though I do find that I generally like Devil May Cry 5 and its concept, mainly on account of some very intricate philosophical premises it introduced. Hello there, Eric McRae here, Asparagus Party. Just want to share a friendly reminder that if you enjoy the content I'm producing, it's very helpful for me if you would like the videos and subscribe to my channel, and also that if you're willing or interested in donating to help my channel growth, I do have a donor box page and a link in every video description. With that said, let's get into the video. Thank you very much for your time.